Hello, everyone, and welcome to Real Life Real Talk with Aram. Today's topic is very, very dear to my heart, and it's a sensitive topic as well. Mental health, and something that I'm sure we've heard or we keep hearing day in day out. People going through people going through it. I'd like to use this opportunity to clear some myths that that we know about mental health, and also use the opportunity to share a few tips on some of the things that we can do to help us and to help improve the mental health. I am first-hand witness, first-hand. I don't want to use the word victim, but yeah, I've been through it firsthand, and sometimes I go through it, and I have friends that experience this. Yeah, from time to time. Mental Health Week in Ghana is usually in October, and there's a mental health authority under the Ministry of Health, and they are championing the cause of creating awareness and pushing the agenda of educating everyone about mental health. And I think that's laudable, and we applaud you. We see your works. I think it's important and it's prudent to support people that do and take the steps to do this, because everybody goes through mental health situations. What is mental health? There's so many definitions: emotional, psychological, and social well-being. How someone is fully aware of themselves and their abilities and how they can contribute, to society or their community. Being depressed, being sad, or going through a breakdown. Yeah, and that's something that we all from time to time go through. You'll be very surprised at the number of people that are going through mental health conditions or sessions, and that's why it's important to educate ourselves or enlighten ourselves. I just want to say emphatically that I am not an authority. I'm not an expert in it, because that's one thing that people are so good at doing these days. We are becoming experts at things that we are not experts at, and I don't want to fall in that category. I just want to throw light or help based on what I have been through and based on what I've seen my friends and loved ones, close friends, go through. There's an anxiety disorder that affected me a while back, and I'm just sharing it. It's something that, like a panic attack, that when it happens I can think of 600 scenarios of which something can go bad or something can go wrong, and all of them are not good things. And that's just that's just my episode when things like that happen. But understanding myself and knowing what my triggers are and educating myself has helped me. Yeah, being aware of yourself and knowing what can tip you off and not allowing it to is very key. So these are like a few things that I would like to share, and just worked for me and for a few friends, and can help us. But get help by all means. If you're going through a session or an episode, you are not crazy, you are normal. It's perfectly fine, and things will be okay. Just allow yourself through it and learn and grow through it. Okay. Yeah, so like I said, I'm no expert. I just want to use this opportunity to throw more light on some of the things that we can do as individuals and together as a community. The first one I'd like to talk about is something that I didn't know, but a friend taught me, and I'm grateful for that. You. Her name is You. I'm not mentioning you, I'm saying You. Yeah, and there was a time at work where she was going through it, and she was like, oh, a friend, another mutual friend, Cher, shout out to you, super intern. Cher was bringing her comfort food, and I'm like, what's that? Basically, like food that can help you, through like a depressive mood. And I didn't know there were things like that. I mean, on top of my head, I knew that some foods could help you, brighten your mood or make you feel better. I didn't know that's what it was called. Kept bringing these amazing chocolate cookies, brownies, things like that. And listen, when I tell you it worked. Like anytime we saw those, everybody in the office, we were excited. Like subconsciously it worked on everybody, and like the goal was achieved. So there's some foods, and as I'm saying this, I'm just thinking about my elder siblings, who, like, some of them get excited when they see food. That's the power of comfort food. Like, it would just, so, yeah, do a little research on that. Things that I know chocolate does that a lot. It just changes your mood. It's got these elements inside that will work. I can't go into the details now, but because I don't really know much about it. But then there's comfort food. Declining a social call, like saying no, is also a powerful thing to do to help improve you don't have to go to every function. You don't have to be at everybody's gathering. If you're not feeling like going for the outdooring, don't go. If you do not want to go for the funeral because you're not in that right, don't go. Don't stress yourself. Saying no is not a bad thing, especially when you know that it's not out of any malice or wicked intent. It's just you being truthful to yourself in that space. Linking that to canceling plans last minute. Like I always say, if it's not for any malicious intent, I think I'm guilty for canceling plans last minute. But yeah, if you think through it and maybe going to that gathering will trigger you, or you're going to meet somebody that you don't want to meet there, cancel it. It's fine. It's okay not to be okay. Jessie J. The third thing is to reach out for support. If you need help, reach out for it, and don't let the stigma or anybody label you or say something that will take you further back. Like, if you need, reach out to good friends for support. And friends, be supportive. If somebody reaches out to you, that's not the time to condemn them or make them feel like they're crazy or they are not human or they are not worthy of love, and attention. But then again, don't use that as a tool to deceive people. Do you get it? If you are such a person going through it, don't use that. I'm going through it. Nobody's there for me. Don't manipulate people. That's not the day you need true help. Nobody will come out or come through for you. The other thing I want to talk about is to give yourself a break. You deserve it. You've worked hard. You've trained hard. You learned hard. Give yourself a break. Pat yourself on the shoulder, on the back. Take the leave at the office. Trust me, be fired. You can be sacked. Give yourself a break. Take the leave. Travel. Give yourself that treat. Don't feel guilty about doing things which are right for you, which are good for you, which will help you to be effective. Because to me, that's the end game. You just want to be a more effective person, efficient and effective person. We need you to be in that perfect state of mind, the peace of mind, to be sane, for the lack of a better expression. So that's why it's important that you do these things. It's okay not to reply to certain messages because you're not ready to talk about it yet, because you're not ready to deal with it. Excuse my French, some messages are BS and you don't want to entertain BS. So yes, it's okay not to reply to those messages. You can meet them later on and let them know when you are ready. Do you understand? But once those things will trigger you or push you to do or to spaces that you are not ready for, don't do all those things. I'd like to read this. And by the way, these tips I got them from my mental health supply on Instagram, and there are many other very, very powerful pages that can help you. Your mental health is more important than the test, the interview, the lunch dates, the meeting, the family dinner, the soccer game. It's more important than the outing. So take care of yourself and help spread the love and the light. We all go through it from time to time, and it's now time to stand together and help each other. So that's just about something that I wanted to share on mental health, because it's very important to me and it's dear to my heart. Feel free to send if I didn't say anything right, or if feel free to comment, to help out with a friend or a brother or sister by showing the way, educating each other, and let's enlighten each other. have a wonderful, wonderful month of mental health, which is a week, sorry, of mental health in October. And yeah, let's talk